let's talk about the Apple Watch. Because let's be honest, we're all wondering what Apple's got up their sleeve for the Series 11, right? And even though we're months out, the rumor mill is churning, and some pretty interesting stuff is starting to surface. We're diving into the world of smartwatches today, and specifically, what Apple might be cooking up for 2025. We're talking about new health features, design tweaks, and whether we're finally getting that blood pressure sensor we've all been waiting for. So, buckle up, because we're about to get into the nitty-gritty. Now, if you were hoping for a radical redesign, you might be a tad disappointed. The Series 10 already got a pretty significant facelift, right? Thinner chassis, bigger display. Apple's probably not going to mess with a winning formula just yet. We might see some subtle refinements, maybe new colors, better materials, but don't expect anything too dramatic. Though, there are whispers about the SE3 getting a makeover. But for Series 11 and Ultra 3, probably just some minor tweaks. Good news though, Apple's sticking with the same band design, so all your existing straps will still work. Alright, let's get to the juicy stuff. New features. And the biggest rumor? Blood pressure tracking. Finally. Mark Gurman says both the Series 11 and Ultra 3 could get this. Now, don't expect full-on clinical readings. It's more likely to alert you if your blood pressure is trending high, kind of like the sleep apnea detection. But here's the big question. Will we need to calibrate it with a cuff? Samsung does, but Apple might have a more user-friendly solution. We'll see. And how about an AI health coach? Personalized fitness recommendations based on your data? That sounds pretty cool. And of course, we're expecting a new S11 chip, which should mean faster performance, better efficiency, and hopefully longer battery life. Though, let's be real, Apple still hasn't cracked that multi-day battery problem. Satellite connectivity? That's more likely for the Ultra 3, not the Series 11. Useful for emergencies, but not a standard feature. And non-invasive glucose monitoring. Sadly, that's still years away. Apple's making progress, but it's not ready for prime time yet. Software-wise, don't expect any major changes until watchOS 12, which will be announced at WWDC 2025. And as for the release date, September 2025, right alongside the iPhone 17. That's Apple's tradition, and Mark Gurman backs that up. We're also expecting the Ultra 3 and SE3 to be announced at the same time. Pricing? Apple's been pretty consistent. We're probably looking at $399 for the base 42mm model and $429 for the 46mm. Of course, you'll pay extra for LTE, premium materials, and fancy straps. Apple gonna Apple. So, is Series 11 worth waiting for? If you're using an older Apple Watch, like a Series 7 or earlier, then yeah, it could be a good upgrade, especially if the blood pressure tracking pans out. But if you've got a Series 10, it might not be worth the upgrade unless Apple surprises us with something big. It's looking like another refinement, not a revolution. What do you guys think? Are you excited for the Apple Watch Series 11? Are you holding out for that blood pressure sensor? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Apple news and rumors.